Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule and spending some time with me. It's going to be a quick video. I'm going to quickly go over what I am thinking for the next week or so. We're going to go over three charts: SPY, QQQ, and IWM. Let's get to it. Over the past few weeks, we saw that SPY has made a considerable advance and going towards trying to get to this to the all-time high, which is over here. And from this point, we saw some needed pullback. This has been a quite a rise up to this point, and we definitely needed a little bit of pullback just to kind of get things restarted and so forth. So let's see where we're at. So at this point, I do see a quick ABC decline that is right here, and can it be anything more than that? No, it's met the minimum requirement for it to be the pullback that is all that we may get. We may just stop right here and kind of do one of these and go back up, but we don't know that. It hasn't been confirmed. So as of now, what I'm thinking is that this area is mostly a large A. This was B, and we are now in C wave down. A few things about C wave. So there's a few things that I see happening. We can either make a double bottom right here in this area, or we can also see it go all the way down to this zone. We don't know how that's going to be working out. It may only just stop in this area and move back up. We just have to be mindful of how the price action is reacting and then make our decisions accordingly. For now, I'm expecting at least to get to 343 area, and hopefully we'll see some sort of bounce going back up and tackling this all-time high that kind of been lingering there. I do see it happening. I'm not sure if it will happen very fast. We are getting close to the election, so that is always the black swan in the room and kind of takes away a lot of the things that we think that may happen, may not happen, or we expect to happen or want to happen. But you have to say that you don't control the market. Nobody does, really. It's a collective thing. And I guess I should repeat that. There are people out there that have a lot of money that can control the markets and so forth. And but retail, like myself, is not one of them. So I'm kind of at their mercy. I employ Elliott Wave to kind of give me an idea, kind of create a structure to the price action, and take my trades accordingly, and know that it is not a wishy-washy thing. There are binary points that I look for where its price action will make my thesis true or false, and we go from there. All right, let's get to the next chart, QQQ. Okay, so QQQ is also in the same kind of boat as SPY is, but I think I can, from what has been going on, I think we can expect that we may see a bigger pullback than the SPY, and you can also say that QQQs are always more volatile. They always are. Their moves are exaggerated when compared to SPY. So you have to be aware of the fact that its beta is greater than 1.0 when relative to SPY. So what am I thinking? Let's just quickly look at the chart. We had our A wave. We had our A wave down, and here it is. Okay, we got the B wave that we were looking for, and now we're in the C wave. There are a few areas to look for. There's this 286 zone. Okay, and then there are these little areas at the bottom. It is setting up to be a perfect zigzag so far, but we can't really say that. But I do expect it to at least try to go down here. If it does come up here, it won't be a trade for me. I think I would let it be and look for it to cross over B before taking a trade and looking for it to tackle all-time high and kind of get up there. So what is it? Where I think if we do end up going up here, where can we go? We have to be conscientious with the fact that wave 5 can be anywhere. It can, if it ends right here, if we do not get over, let's say we don't get over this zone, we can say then this was the end of wave 5 right here. Was the end of wave 5. I would have to redo this count accordingly. I don't know how I will go about it, but I will look into it again. But right now this count looks pretty good to me. But if it was to say get up into this zone and then not come back down, we can then say, and this is the way I have it on here, that was the fifth wave. Okay, that this, if it ends right here, then this is the fifth wave that we were saying. We can say that, you know, here we are close enough and we got a little bit of truncation, and that is possible. And then we can look for other areas and kind of analyze further from where we go from there. If we get through this zone right here and move towards and tackle this all-time high, okay, end of wave 3, large wave 3, and tackle that and get through that, we can boy, there's a lot to get excited about from there. You're looking at least a 5% gain from there up to, and up to almost just 7%. So this area right here, this zone, this is gonna be your decision point from there on out. You're gonna have to decide how you're gonna manage your trades in that zone. But if we get through this area of the high of the wave 3, this zone again, we can expect to be somewhere up here, give or take a few percent here or there. But there's a lot to get excited about. Let's see how it works out in the next few days, and hopefully we'll have some really good trades setting up. If we do not get through this, if we get through below this area, then things become very interesting. Then we're looking at getting to hopefully going back and tackling this, and that would make initially what I think is end of wave 4. That would have to change, because this whole structure, if it was to fail, would create more of a kind of flat, hopefully, unless it gets through this area, of course. Down here, if it gets through that, then everything kind of breaks down. But if it does that, I would expect it to be something like this, and that's a very valid scenario also, because we are out of wave 3. Okay, we have not confirmed that we are in wave. We are not in consolidation or distribution or whatnot, because it has to make a newer high in order for us to say that. We are still in this zone that's pointing out. Okay, so this would then create a situation where this could be W, X, and Y, and that's a very much a possibility also. Now there are a few things that I've seen people do. Folks have labeled this as WXY. It's just, I don't think so. I think that was a perfect zigzag, and the reason I say that is because that the extension right here from end of wave 3 to the end of wave A, extended from there is right here, 127.2% on the fib extension. That is your stereotypical zigzag measurements. So to say that's WXY, which is more of a complex / flat kind of, way of labeling it, I don't kind of look and see that as being a probable or most accurate way of labeling things. But hey, can it be labeled WXY? Absolutely. Because a few things. This is a combo for sure. You have a motive wave, ABC correction, and then an ending diagonal. So that is a combo. This whole area is a combo. So yeah, can it? Yeah, 535. Yeah, of course it can be, but it takes you away from saying that if that's a combo and there's something more complex coming, then you should see a WXY in the next consolidation, or not pardon me, ABC in the next consolidation. Again, we don't know. We have to get through this area first and then go to the next consolidation zone, as long as this 5-wave move gets us to 5 right here. It gets us, oops, let me say, come up again, that this is and a bigger wave 5, then we'll see. But for now, I think I'm gonna stick with this, as this fits the most in my mind accurate way of describing it. But hey, there are other people that may think differently, and that's okay. All right, so next let's move on to IWM. Oh, there we go, IWM. So IWM is actually in a better, I feel like it's a little bit better than the other two indices that we looked at. First of all, it's gone through its, this structure. It's gone through the consolidation. We can clearly say that this is start of something bigger, and this, I think, is just wave 1. So there's more to come. Be patient. IWM, I think, is gonna start going and maybe behaving in a way that is more aligned with the rest of the indices, and we can, or even outperform them at this point. I can't say, because we have gone through this zone. Okay, the confirmation has been made. We had a gap down right here, which is our primary test after seeing it go back up. This is our primary test coming back and testing this price over here. We did get a gap down, and it looks like that was just an exhaustion gap, and that we can see things kind of get bigger and better. We did come up, make an A. So, few things. There's different ways you can look at this. That we'll get a nice little ABC. Not that it could also come back up, and C could just be right here, a truncated C. And at that point, you can expect, or at least I would expect it to go ahead and start going up to tackle this 168 zone or so. Of course, there are bigger picture that would for the fifth wave. This is 3 versus 1. We're just you know we're third wave concerning this specific, so I just want to make sure because it could get confusing with all that. This for that specific wave, we can expect the third wave to end anywhere in this zone. If it is extended, which most likely it can be, if we get through this zone area, we know it's extended, and we can just pretty much start expecting it to get to 175 and 185. Those are your next big targets that you want to look at. If it does not get through that and starts going down and get into a deeper area, I do not want to see it get below this zone. This will negate this whole structure. Okay, this whole structure will be negated if that was to happen. That's just saying that this was more of a 1 wave, and now you're gonna come back and have a 2. So this is not we can't expect the first wave of this up to 3 to be let me see how I'm gonna phrase this, that this is the end of the third wave there. I guess I lost my thought on that, but the point is, we do not want to get a C below that, and if it does, then we can see a lot of things kind of come to an end, sell off continue, and so forth, and it'll continue being in this very, very, very kind of long consolidation area. Okay, that's just it. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate you, everybody, doing so. Please subscribe, hit the like button if you like it. If you don't like it, the other button works well too. And hopefully we'll make more videos in the future. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.